Hey guys, Metapod here again. This is the last of the 3 videos I'm going to be recording, or rather, narrating tonight. I recorded these earlier in the week. This is the first chance I've really had to add narration. When I'd be alone and it's quiet. So I'm not going to cut out the shopping at the beginning here. Because I actually do, I wouldn't say interesting stuff, but useful stuff. I pick up a bow for Henri, and I think in the last adventure I got a hold of Quick Fix. I think I actually got it on Judy, but it might have been Laura. And so I pick up a bow, and then I pick up a big chunk of quartz, and I'm going to use it to get myself a new dagger that's better than the parrying one I have now. I'm still going to keep the Blade of Escada because I need its durability. Or maybe I didn't get Quick Fix yet. Maybe I get it at the end of this adventure. Spoilers. But yeah, so I take my quartz and I'm going to make a stone dagger out of it. I make it out of scale because I don't think scale weighs too much. I don't want the dagger to be too heavy or it's not going to be able to parry. I hope quartz plus scale will make it light enough that it can parry. I really don't remember. I'm not trying to use guides or anything as I do this. I'm going off the knowledge that I know. Later when I get to making Damascus equipment, I'll probably use a weight guide just because I'm probably going to want really specific things, and guess and check is going to take forever, especially since it's not like I'll have tons of resources to make those with. And then I do find some more Moloch here. I think that's what I'm trading for. It was like a Moloch sword or something. So now I have 2 Molochs, so and I have plenty of cheap wood. I just need something made out of steel or iron or ironstone. I think that's all the things that could turn into the special steel. And now I'm going to equip Henri, and this is something interesting here. Oh yeah, I did put the bow on him, so I got rid of the Blade of Escada. Okay, so I must have gotten Quick Fix this time. I cut that part out of the video and forgot to look at what I actually got, and I'm making these all kind of fast. So I put the stone dagger on his head. I don't really know how it's on his head. Like, I doubt it's stabbed into his head, but maybe he like ties it on his head or something. He's wearing it like a bandana with a knife sheathed in it. I don't know. But the reason I do this, I can't use the knife from his head, but I'm willing to sacrifice having the hood to keep the knife there, because as long as something is equipped to you, even if you can't use it, you can still release its abilities in battle. And by that I mean when you're at the end of the battle and it'll say like, Henri released the fur hoods, like ice block, whatever it's called. Like, you know, the different, so I want to release parry or deflect or whatever it's called on the knives. I want to release that from it, but I don't want to use it yet because I need to have the bow in my first slot, and I need to have the actual parrying dagger that I have now in my second slot. But now Henri is strong enough that I can actually fight stuff that I come across in hopes of sparking techniques and practicing his abilities. And what I mean by practice, the more you use an ability, the more likely you are to get a related skill panel at the end of the adventure. So I call that practicing. So now I can practice his abilities, and I also want to spark some. I do have my level 2 bow panel now, so hopefully I can learn some bow skills. And At the end of every battle, you have a chance of releasing abilities like I just talked about. I want my strongbow to get a bunch of abilities because I want a random arrow shot. I'm also hoping for, what's it called? I think warning shot. It's the one that can do random status effects and stuff like that. So I really want that. That would be really useful. I would also love to spark something else on my dagger, but I probably won't. It'd be nice to release some more abilities from that one. But it's not as important since the quartz one is going to be replacing that. Later on, I might use the Blade of Escada again because you can power it up. But yeah, more on that later.
Haven't seen you before.
So here's my little low-rank slime. I can even take these on. I was kind of complaining about them in the last adventure, even though it's not like I've really progressed that much since then. Well, one panel can make a big difference. We were just talking on the side board on GameFAQs today or yesterday about I have a friend there who's doing another challenge run. He's doing a 2-character magic-only challenge run in Armix Quest. And he said the game totally changed when he got the Magic Blender panel, which Magic Blender is a huge deal. Level 2 bow panel is not as huge of a deal, but for this kind of early game gameplay, level 2 bow panel is a pretty big deal. It changes a lot between one adventure and the next. What I'm capable of,
This miserable
and stuff like that. Plus my HP is now in triple digits. Barely, it's at exactly 100, but still. Henri's a lot more capable this time than he was last time, which is good because he has to fight another one of those bandit sub-boss things again. I guess they're more like assassins than bandits, because they've been sent to kill Henri specifically. Well, no, they're more like bandits because they've been sent to take the Blade of Escada, I think. Or maybe they just need to get it as many as possible.
Have we won already?
So, kill them. I don't know, it never really specifies, like, their exact instructions. It doesn't even really specify where they came from. But I have a copy of the Unlimited Saga Kaitai Shinsho, which is the kind of like the Ultimania for Unlimited Saga. And it explains in there, this is all spoilery stuff. I assume anyone who's watching this video knows the story of this game already, but what I'm going to say next is going to ruin some stuff later in the story. But that they were sent by Basil Gallio specifically to get the Blade of Escada back from Henri. And that will all kind of make sense as the story talks together later, but it never explains where these people come from and why they're exactly after him in the game itself. Though you could kind of make a guess that it would have something to do with that. Yeah. So this actual exploring part here is not all too exciting. It's the same kind of stuff you've seen before. I still don't have Sharp Eye. I do have Diffuse level 2 on Laura now, so it'll be a little easier to diffuse stuff. And I'm not too worried about running into the treasure slimes. In fact, I'd be perfectly happy to run into one. Right now it's a little more important for me to get money, so I'd rather open all the chests that I come across, because money, items, equipment, it's all good right now. A lot more important than getting a random magic tablet that I probably will not even end up using. Laura falls in the spikes. One nice thing about the single character challenge is I don't really care if other people fall in traps as long as they're not Henri. So like Judy, poor little girl that she is, she can fall into pits of spikes and her boulders fall on her head all day long. I don't care. But she actually gets away from the boulder falling on her. Maybe she's a little more nimble than Laura. Laura's a little old now, and she has been not exercising as much now that her pirating days are over. No, she got out of that pit. There are a lot of green ball things on that reel. Usually it's like one, and all these bombs everywhere, and you hit the bomb. Well, I'm also doing Road Guide. Like I said, I totally forgot Judy has access to all 3 of the map skills, the map search skills, but now I'm doing Road Guide on every space to look for treasures. I really hope Laura, from doing all of this treasure diffusion and stuff, will end up with a Sharp Eye panel, because not only does practicing stuff like Locksmith give you a better chance of getting Locksmith at the end of the adventure, but also a related panel, so it'll pick like Locksmith family and then give you Locksmith, but you might also get Sharp Eye or Diffuse or something like that. The families are not just panels with the same picture on them, but I think there's little set families that are related that are not ever shown in the game. Yeah, I got Warning Shot. I don't know why I'm so excited about Warning Shot. I love bows and I love all of their stuff. Warning Shot sucks. You're much better off using other debuff stuff, because Warning Shot's accuracy is so horrible. Like, I think at least in this adventure, every time I use Warning Shot, it misses. A lot of times I don't even use Warning Shot, because I just use Throw. Because I'd rather get the stun from Throw than like anything that Warning Shot might do. I think Warning Shot can stun too. At least one of the skills in the Warning Shot family can. Maybe. Maybe not. I don't remember. I think... Oh, here they are. These guys suck. It always shows 2, but then when you find them, there's only 1. But they have multiple LP from it, so maybe they like represent more than one guy, but they didn't want to make it too hard for me. These bees are way scarier than the Guckies from the first thing. They can poison you, which doesn't matter because they can't switch out and rest during battle anyway, because all poison does in this game is make it so you can't recover your HP resting in battle, which is a big deal, because resting is really important. But for this challenge, I can't rest anyway, so poison is pretty much a nice status effect. Well, it's not threatening, at least. But you see, I'm already losing LP. He's already hobbled over. I think he's poisoned from the stingers. His stuff's getting deflected. But I did kill a bee. I don't know how fast I get rid of the bees here. Oh, nice. I get rid of all 4 of them on the first turn. This is where I died the first time I tried to do this challenge. I think I was a lot dumber about it then. I don't think I changed Henri's equipment. I don't think I did Luminous Stone. I think I just ran straight through and was just like, oh yeah, I'll just get past the beginning stuff and then start trying to improve. Yeah, see here I do Warning Shot, miss. It's gonna miss like every time I try to use it. I don't know why I even try. But this guy, he seems to be doing less damage than I would expect to be doing. I just have to hope that I drain him faster than he drains me. Which I think should only happen to 2 LP or something. Yeah, he's already gone. Wow, he seems so much easier than the first one, even though he's a lot harder. And here's a scene with Judy, where Judy talks about how being a prince is so great.
Wanted to become a prince.
And you kind of see like Henri and Laura's conflicting feelings about Henri's position. You know, Henri kind of sees, you know, he has a lot of troubles. His parents died, and these people are after him, and all this bad stuff's happening pretty much because he's a prince, you know, because he was born into this. That's the only reason. Like, this is not happening to him through any fault of his own or any poor decisions he's made, you know. But Laura's kind of seeing it as, you know, he has a responsibility and he needs to deal with it, I guess. it's interesting. And Judy's seeing it as, oh wow, princes are so cool, yay, I don't know. Because she's a little kid. Even though Henri's a little kid too. I think Henri's like 10 or 12 or something. He's probably like 15. You can't ever tell the ages of characters in this kind of stuff. But, see, I'm already going back to throw. I gave up on my shot. Hey, I got the stun. I like slimes because they don't get hurt by stuff like this very easily, so it's cool when like you don't do any damage, and so there's like no marking of getting stun. It just kind of pops up. And you might have noticed I got like 3 blue with the knife panels in a row. So I'm gonna go into the status menu now and alter my combos, like sort them. I really don't understand this part of the game system that well, but you have a list of all of the most recent combos that were done in battle, whether they were by you or enemies or combinations of both, and they can get bumped off of that list. I think it's the most recent 8 times. And, as long as they're on that list and they're used again, then they'll go back to the top and they'll get one more listed as how many times it's been used before getting bumped off the list. And then you can kind of put this marker in the list and things will not get bumped off as long as they're above that marker. So you can save the combos and make their number of times they've been used without leaving the list go up. But I don't really know what that does. There are like theories about it, but in general, the idea is the combo probably gets stronger the more times you're able to repeat it. So I always just save combos just in case. I want to use all the game systems so they're maximum capacity that I am able to use them. Even though I don't know what I'm doing, I'm at least using it. So that's why I save my combos, and you should save your combos too. I mean, it can't hurt. The combos are going to be on there whether you like it or not, so you might as well see how many you can get. But I figured since I'm going to be doing the same kind of stuff with Henri for a while, I might as well get those 3 blue stabs and 1 regular stab for now. I usually save my combos even if it's just going to be till the end of the venture, even though I don't think it really makes a difference until you get like 200 of the same combo on there. But I do it just in case I get awful panels and end up using the same stuff for like 5 adventures in a row. And once you get near the end of the game, you do start using the same stuff over and over. Hey, I'm at the end. Well, I was not expecting. I thought there was going to be another map or something. So I survived that pretty well. Oh, and I meant to mention that earlier scene. I don't know what happens there if you don't get Judy. I always get Judy. So that might just be an extra scene, or it might be you get some conversation between Laura and Henri. I don't know. So I got really, really stupid panels with Henri. Fortune Teller's cool, but I don't have any tablets or anything yet, and I don't know if I'm gonna be getting any good magic, so I don't know if I'm gonna be using magic in this game or not, so I don't know if I really want to have Fortune Teller. It can really boost the element that you put it near, which is why it's nice to have. So you might as well use it. The other stuff's crap anyway. Boosts his earth a little bit, but I want to leave that throw panel where it is for now. And here's where, yeah, Judy got quick fix last time. This time I update her familiar. And I'm about to run out of time. Windows Movie Maker's going to cut me off. 121, that's awesome. All set. And my market rank went up. I was expecting that because I bought a ton of crap. So stay tuned. Tune in next time. Thanks for watching. Let me know how I'm doing. Like my driving, call this number.